Hello, welcome to My Life on Paper. I am Briana, and welcome back to Christy's Beautiful Life in her 30 Days of Sketches, Series 14. Today's sketch is by the lovely Sarah Davies. She is so creative. I will have her YouTube channel linked below. Please go check her out, and she's got such a soothing voice, too. I have these, so back to my iris containers where I have things separated. This is my seasons and holidays iris container, and I do have just a 4th of July, oh, it's like a gallon size bag that holds my papers. So I have a bunch of scraps, and most of these are coordinating, in case you can't tell. And I think most of them are like 8.5 by 11, but this one for sure is a 12 by 12 because it spans the whole 12 inches of paper. But I'm just cutting them down kind of randomly, like an inch and a quarter, maybe an inch and a half, but there's 6 of them. So I'm just cutting them different kind of widths, but not much of a difference of widths. And then I will lay them out, just making sure that I don't have like the one with the red background next to the one with the red background. So I'll just dry fit them before I glue anything down to make sure that it looks right. Although I do go ahead and start cutting things right away, so but it all works out. I really like the way this turns out. This is, if you know Sarah, this is very much her style, the sketch. And as with any sketch, right, it's very versatile. You could use it for absolutely anything. And I'm excited to be doing a 4th of July page. Sorry you don't see the picture yet, but it will be a picture of my middle daughter Meredith with my niece and nephew that we usually every year get to see the parade. It's kind of been a tradition for us. So go to the little town where the girls went to school, and they just put that down. They put on a down-home, good old-fashioned parade with the fire trucks and the horses and the, I want to say floats, but you know what I mean. A small-town version of a float and a parade. So, all right, just kind of, again, eyeballing these up, getting them trimmed down. I probably should talk ahead about the circle part. I have 2 different systems. I've got this one EK Success that it's all its own little thing, and that's what I end up using. It makes doilies, and they're beautiful. I have a Martha Stewart system where you can change out the cartridges, and if you ever want to see that, please let me know. But for whatever reason, I picked 2 different cartridges, and they weren't cutting, and I tried different paper, thinking it was the thickness of the paper, but it might be just those 2 cartridges that I tried out of the whole lot that I have. But it was frustrating me, and I gave up. So my EK Success punch, which I don't show you either, it's got a magnet and it kind of goes round and around. And again, if that's something you want to see, I certainly can show you that. But it's not something that's available any longer, I believe. I mean, it was something that was purchased a long time ago. I got it off Facebook Marketplace. Here is my little secret of getting things right where I want them once I have it figured out. I don't want them to shift, so I just hold them down while I strategically put my ATG adhesive on it. I'm going to do some mixed media on here to kind of fill up that white space, give it some interest. I'm also going to take 2 different pattern papers for that little ledge you see on the bottom right hand side, and I'll work with that as well. Oops, don't put it upside down. I did correct that right away. It did jump out to me right away. The flags are upside down. Here's my photo of the kids watching the parade. I recently got these dollar store stickers. They're wood, and so I'm going to pull those out later. But I had this blue piece that was in my scraps of blue, and it fit perfectly. So I thought, that's a sign. I got to use that one for the matting of the photo. Here are there's the doily that I made. So you'll see the wood pieces I pulled out. A lot of those are Joann's, but those sticky ones are from the dollar store, and I don't end up using any of the Joann's one. There's a shad knee clip. I don't use that either, but I will be using the arrows, which are from the dollar store. The spray that I'm using is Mermaid Lagoon Distress Oxide. And then I've already glued the doily onto the photo mat, but I'm gonna this is more ATG than you usually see me use, but just because the doily is on there, I want to make sure that it's nice and stuck. This layout came together obviously very quickly. Probably the longest thing it took me to do was punch out that doily. It took me no time at all to trim down the layering pieces on the left hand side. So here I take two different pieces of paper, one that is in the strips on the left hand side and the striped one, which is not. And I just take very little pieces of that, layer those up, and then I go kind of to find my finishing pieces. So I have these Ellie Studio, oh, this was just randomly, I had something I did and I didn't use on a different page. So I'm going to glue that star, it's like from my Cricut. But I'll just take a little bit of those stars and throw the rest of the stars back into my stash. Again, they're just like the right color, that you see that blue in some of the patterned paper. And then the Ellie Studio, there's puffy stickers on the left. And I also have like more of a chipboard sticker that's also from Ellie Studio. I have these two that are the perfect color, so I grabbed those off. And I really could have used, there's some dark blue as well. But I didn't. And then I also have these gems, and they are probably Paper Studio gems. So I grabbed those and put those in a couple of the clusters. Kind of doing a visual triangle with 3 clusters, and then oh, some of the dots from the puffy stickers from Ellie Studio. And then I will also put a wood arrow into 2 of the clusters, and then Sunshine is my title, which is wood. So that is all. Make sure you check out everybody playing down below. I will have the playlist listed. Check out Sarah's channel, see what she's up to, and then I just hope you have a fabulous day, and thank you for sticking with me through the end, and come back again and see me again soon.